Tēnā koutou e hoa mānau mai haramai ki te akoranga o tēnei rā. My name's Chris Huriwai. Welcome back to UNIQUEST. This is Flatland episode 4. I'll leave the link to episode 3 down in the description below. But for today, we're going to be learning 90-degree Unispin or hop-on tire, Tiregrab Superman, and we'll finish it up with a fun jump mount variation, the body varial jump mount. Let's go. Alright, so 90-degree Unispin or hop-on tire, the two prerequisites that I'll link down in the description below is seat in front bunny hopping, so that you've got a good foundation for this trick, and also the 180 Unispin jump mount. The 180 Unispin jump mount has the exact same hand positioning for this trick in terms of your thumbs meeting in the middle. The only difference is that we're going to take our hands a little bit further onto the handle and onto the bumper. And two more things before we get into it. Shin pads, because you are going to be jumping off the pedals and then back down onto the pedals. And secondly, this is a bit of an awkward trick. The first time that I tried this trick was learning it on grass, so if you're scared, give that a try. 90-degree Unispin, this is what it should look like. Just like that. So there's two ways you can do this trick, either nice and fast like this, no hops in between, just like that. Or what I would recommend for most people, this is how most people learn it, is to hop a few times up there. Hop like this, get your balance, and then down when you're ready. So if we're going to take the approach of learning to bunny hop on the tire, there's two ways you can get up there to start practicing. Just jump directly off the ground like this. Or you can step up there. This one's a little bit more casual. You can step up like this. If you're doing the step up, you have to start it like a foot jam, and you have to pull the unicycle into your leg that's starting on the tire, okay? Pulling the seat, pulling it into you, stepping up, and then start hopping. If you're gonna jump up directly, like this, the only thing you have to worry about is making sure that both feet are touching the frame. Both feet, so it's locked in place. If you have one foot that's not touching the frame's going to have space to move like that. The next thing you want to think about is your unicycle, if it's leaning too far in front or too far behind. You want to make sure that it's nice and straight, dead straight. If you lean it too far in front of you and you try to jump on, you're going to be putting a lot of pressure on your wheel and also your frame, which can be really bad for your unicycle. So make sure you keep it nice and straight, just like that. So the next thing you want to think about is your body positioning. You want to be straight legs and straight back, bending over from your waist, bending over from your hips. So keep the uni nice and straight. Jump up there, get both feet against the frame and bend over, but keeping your back nice and straight. Just like this. Okay, so we've practiced hopping on the tire so that we've got some stability, so that when we get up there, we're going to have a good foundation from which to go back to the pedals from. Very similar to Unispin in terms of hand position, but what we're going to do is we're going to take our hand at the front a little bit further, put it on the front of the handle, still with your thumb pointing in. And you're going to move your backhand a little bit so it's on the bumper. Get both feet up there, up against the frame, nice and tight, bending over the unicycle back nice and straight. And then when you're ready, you're going to take this backhand, the one that's on the bumper, and it's going to meet your other hand with thumbs touching, just like this. Thumbs touching. So basically the hand positioning is one hand on the handle, one on the bumper, but with your thumbs pointing inward. Up, down, bring your hands together just like that. If the hand positioning is confusing for you, and you just want to cross this trick off, you can come back the same way that you came up. And that way you don't have to change your hand positioning at all. So this is definitely the easier way of doing it, but I would definitely recommend completing the trick, completing that 180. Just looks better, and yeah, trust me, you'll want to complete the trick properly, because it's going to make other tricks in the future, like the 270 down, a lot easier. Yeah, so if you're really just wanting to tick this trick off, I would recommend the blind 90 Unispin. Blind is when you do something the opposite way. So you're going to go up 90, blind, back down 90, and don't do any hops in between. Just like this. Bup, bup. Nice and simple, nice and easy. Bup, bup. Just like that. And one last thing, if you're struggling to get the spin of the unicycle, I know a lot of smaller people struggle with this one. You actually don't have to make it a unispin, you can do more of a body varial. So 90-degree body varial, 90-degree body varial like that. Okay, so next up we've got the Tiregrab Superman, just like that. Whoa. There's not a whole lot of prerequisites that I can recommend to learn before this trick, but one thing you might benefit from is stomach ride, seat on stomach ride. So I'll put the link for that one down in the description below, because there's two ways you can do this trick. You can either do it seat in like this, or you can take your seat out in front, put your stomach on the seat or your chest on the seat, and then hand on the tire for a little Superman. The seat in version of this trick is probably the easier one. It's less complicated, but because you're leaning forward like this, there is a bit of a risk of putting a lot of pressure on you know where. So potentially you might want to learn seat in front. It's a lot safer, but it is a lot more difficult because you have to lean down a lot lower, like that. Whoa. Today we're going to focus on the seat in version, and I'm actually going to suggest learning rolling because that's how I first learned. So we're riding along, grab the tire, feet off, then put them back on. So you can either do it with one hand and one hand on the handle, so that when you get back to the pedals you can recover with a bunny hop. But the way that I'd recommend, and this is how I learned, two hands on the tire, little no footer Superman, feet back on, then right away. When you learn this trick you're going to be leaning forward a lot, so just keep that in the forefront of your mind that it's going to be easier to ride out forwards when you recover. So you're going to be leaning forward quite a lot, and it's just going to be natural for you to continue riding forward. Grabbing a tire, you can take your front foot off. Likewise, take your back foot off. And then we're going to bring it both together. Woo! So like I just did there, you can hold one hand out for balance, like that. But when I was a beginner, I found it easiest using two hands because you've got a little bit more stability, a little bit more grip, you feel a little bit more in control of the unicycle, so it should be a little bit less scary. And a variation or a different way to do this trick is with one hand on the frame and one on the tire, just like that. Another thing you can try is this trick as a mount. So just like regular, just like you're about to do a free mount, but instead of putting your second foot on, I'm going to hold the tire, and instead of putting your second foot on there, I'm going to take this foot off and then put them both on at the same time. Boop. Just like that. If you master this trick and you're looking for a bit of a challenge, here's something you can try. Feet out the front, touch your feet out the front, and feet out the back. Hey, there we go. If you're struggling with the Tiregrab Superman, grab onto something. Just like this, you can practice holding on. You can practice riding into the trick, holding on to something, right away, or from bunny hops. Bunny hopping, bunny hopping, bunny hopping, bunny hopping, bunny hopping, back into bunny hopping, or bunny hopping, tire grab, right away. Okay, so last thing we're going to learn today is the body varial jump mount, which is a bit of a jump mount variation. Just like this. Obvious prerequisite is jump mount. I'll leave a link down in the description below. Riding out backwards from this trick is a really fun thing to do. It's my preference when doing this trick. So before you give this trick a try and master your backwards riding, but you don't have to ride backwards out of it. For example, into bunny hops, just like that. So we're going to start with our unicycle backwards like this. And you might be wondering which way are you going to turn. If you're holding on with your left hand, then you're going to be jumping around on the right hand side like this. And if you're holding with your right hand, obviously you're going around on the left hand side like this. And I highly recommend you land seat in, just like this. Okay? Not like this. It's awkward, it requires a bit of a hand change, and yeah, just bleh. So a proper 180 body varial jump mount, you'll start exactly like you would as a jump mount. Nice, straight down the middle, symmetrical, nice and even. But for now, just for starting out, we're going to start a little bit more on the side. And to give yourself even more of a head start, come forward just a little bit. And the key is going to be swinging this leg, okay? So you can even walk into it like this a bit if you want. Kind of gain a bit of momentum, then off one foot, swing. And you're going to end there. And now if you want, you can even turn the unicycle a little bit. to give yourself even more of a head start. Okay, now we're going to step away diagonally. One step in, swing that leg, and then from there it's essentially just a jump mount. Then when you're ready, take away a few of those previous steps and just focus on the swing of that leg, all right? And jumping off of one foot. So I'm going to step back a little bit because I like a little bit of momentum. Then I'm going to take one step towards my uni, and then I'm going to swing my other leg just like this. Just like that. It's like this, one step forward, then I'm going to swing the other one. Step into the unicycle, swing, just like that. Another thing that can help if you're needing that extra momentum is actually to walk into it. So walking into it, then springing off that one leg, swing the leg, just like that. It's actually quite difficult to do this trick without the swinging and the stepping to the side. So I'll give it a go. Whoa, whoa. Turn my shoulder like this to give myself a bit of extra power. So away. Whoa, not easy. So if you're really struggling with this trick, like I said, step to the side, jumping off one foot, swinging, turn the unicycle a little bit to give yourself a bit of a head start, just like this, zip, 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 poof, just like that. Without all those setups, like I said, this is actually a really difficult trick. Something for you to try, this is one of my favorite things to do when I was learning to ride, is the 180 body varial jump mount and then a 180 twist to riding forwards. So just like this. I like to walk into it, walking into it, 180 body varial, and then bunny hop, just like that. Kumutu tatou I tēnei rā. That's us for today. Good luck learning Flatland Level 4. If you're struggling or if you're enjoying these episodes, leave your feedback and comments down below. Some people have been recording themselves and sending me their videos of them completing UNIQUEST levels, which I love to see. It's great to know that some people are enjoying these videos. If you really enjoy these videos, you can support us on Patreon. You'll get early access to the next episode as well as some bonus content. As always, everyone, thanks for watching. Mā te wā.